Hello, everyone. It's my great pleasure to be here today in the front of so prominent audience of musicians. I'm not a musician myself. I work with computer science and with artificial intelligence, and I know only some basic things about music. But I will present today, I will tell you what is generative AI, how it can be applied to produce music, what could be the future trends, and how we could live in the next world where AI could take much larger role as it is now. I would like to start with a question: can artificial intelligence produce creative art? So if you look at this picture, it's pretty nice, pretty unusual. It has some strange details, as I'm talking about AI, you might guess that it is produced with artificial intelligence. And you're right, but there's one more thing I would like to tell. This work was created by a person, and it was submitted to a digital art contest, and it got the first prize in this contest. So we might ask, is artificial intelligence good in creative things or not good? But this picture has assigned the first prize, and jury has decided to do so. They didn't know that it is created by artificial intelligence, but that's quite an objective measure. So we have to think about AI and think about its applications in our lives tomorrow. So what generative AI is? It is able to produce pieces of art, pieces of text, pieces of different kinds of information. And the most prominent kind of art forms that is created currently are images. And here you see two examples. Image generators can generate very realistic looking images, as it on the left, and it can produce also very artistic images on the right. And these tools are quite elaborate now, and you see these pictures are really great. These previous pictures were generated with free software, free neural network models that you can try tomorrow and use it for free and generate your own images. These are images from some commercial tool. You see different kind of images from different genres, people, landscapes, futuristic, and also line art and like trademark logos, and different kinds of images are generated very successfully. How it could move forward? We have seen that artificial intelligence take some small steps towards achieving superhuman level performance. It's not happening so that it's one day it takes it all and it's superhuman, it's perfect in all things. But it takes item by item different industries, and in each field it advances a little bit. So what are these topics where it's currently at least assumed to be better than humans? First is image recognition. If we want to say in image it's a cat or dog and another object, then deep neural networks, that's one part of artificial intelligence, can do it better than humans. Another thing is very intellectual task, game playing, for example, playing chess or Go. Here you see on the right performance how artificial intelligence increased its rating when compared to humans. And we see that it surpassed humans in 2000 and, sorry, I don't see, 2005, I think. And it's increasing each year. And at first, there were computer programs that played better chess than humans. And now these programs are augmented with artificial intelligence and becoming more and more powerful each day. Another topic is speech recognition. We have seen voice transcription, virtual assistants in computers, mobile phones, and everywhere. Face recognition is usually used in you have probably heard in China they're putting cameras everywhere and trying to detect all persons and faces. It's quite bad thing to do, but the technology is there and it's working almost perfectly. There are also applications to science discovery, for example, biology, and a very prominent field is language processing. It includes machine translation. You have seen that, for example, Google Translate translates your work very easily and with high quality. And there are also have appeared virtual assistants, for example, ChatGPT and other question answering systems that can produce texts of very high quality. And actually, this text you are seeing here was produced by ChatGPT with some editing and some shortening. So, yeah, but I agree with that, what it made. So, I don't know whether you are familiar with ChatGPT or not, but it's you just write what you need. For example, if you do not know much about music, you can write the question, what is deceptive cadence? Probably you know, for me, okay. And you get pretty good answer. This question is standard questions that is covered in very many places, and artificial intelligence gathers all the knowledge it can find from all around the world that's published on the internet. And this topic is explored quite a lot, and you can get good answer from artificial intelligent agent. And some more applications in music. Listen to this. Wake up this morning, shades of gray, heart in my hands, love gone astray. Every picture, every word echoes in the love that's now unheard. It's lyrics that's produced with ChatGPT. I did it like 2 days ago. I asked a question, please write lyrics for a pop song about broken love. Pretty standard topic for a pop song. So, and you can see it produce pretty good lyrics with nice rhythm, with nice structure. It even says verse, chorus, bridge, and you see that yeah, it's close to what humans could have written. So nice application to music. Then I tried and asked him, write chord progressions for this song. Yeah, it came up with something. I don't think it's good, but no, it's pretty standard, but not well suited to this song actually. I think this ChatGPT has great power, but currently it has to be improved to be for such specific tasks. But for not so specific tasks, for example, you want to know more about Emil Zdarziņš, you do not know who he is, you just write short essay about Emil Zdarziņš and you get fairly good and technically more or less correct and in fluent language, English or even Latvian if you want. But please check the facts. Sometimes it produces wrong answers. Some facts are easily checkable, for example, birth date or something like that. But if you look more deeply, it's very hard to notice where it is wrong or it is not wrong. So nice tool, but please use with caution. So ChatGPT is very prominent tool that can be applied everywhere. But now switch to the music, and what are the applications of AI that could be used in music? First application, what I was also been working on a few years ago, that is music transcription. And when I have got an audio signal of some musical piece, I want to extract all the notes from this audio signal, and also in some hard cases where multiple instruments are playing at the same time and with different pitches and different sounds altogether. And I want to identify all the notes that are present in this piece at every time moment. And I have developed a neural network model that looks something like that, quite complicated one, that takes audio signal and produces notes that it can recognize. Here you can see roughly how it works. We get a list of all nodes that are present at each time moment. It's happening in real time. And afterwards, to get accuracy, we compare it with ground truth that has been recorded by musicians, and we get, at this time, it's like 2 years ago, we got the best quality in the world from such tools. Yeah, you can see that these green parts are somewhat overlapping with what the neural network detected. And now we'll switch to another topic, music generation. And there are several ways to do that. The first is what is called symbolic music generation. That is when you have to generate the notes of the music, not the sound itself, but only the notes that can be performed later by musicians or rendered with some software. Here is tune that has been produced quite long ago, 2016, and it was performed live in a music festival. So it's pretty okay tune, but probably it is not very novel. But it's quite many years ago. What else has been done? It was artificial intelligence tool 1 year later, 2017, was built that took Bach melodies and it took only the melody part and did the harmony parts by itself. So let's see how it performs. And on the right you can see when it's compared, it's given to the audience, and audience decided is it real Bach harmonized tune or it is developed by computer. And you see when these people got artificial tune, it's like 50 to 50. They cannot tell which one is which. If they was given a real Bach tune, most of them said that yeah, it's real Bach. So there is difference, but not so huge difference. And also there's three groups of listeners, and the third group is students or music professionals, and even they couldn't tell much difference between them. The next try was roughly the same year when people combined this folk RNN melody generation with harmonization from Bach. And there's one example how such combination works. It was performed live in a church. Performed by a professional musician, but this tune itself was generated purely automatically. So what are the tools today we can use, at least we can try to generate music? I just took the first one that I found, it's Aiva, and tried to see how it works. So you can just, it's a web interface, you open it and you can choose some profiles and generate as many songs as you wish. Here's, for example, one which came out somehow when I experimented. Pretty standard, but as a background music, it could be quite nice to listen. It's my opinion. I don't know what's your professional opinion. Okay, that was generation where we try to produce music notes and then perform it. There are other tasks when we try to get already the sound itself, not the notes. One first aspect we can consider is sound generation, and where we could generate different kinds of sounds, not only music. Here is one of the tools that can be used for that. So how these tools work? Oh, maybe pause a little bit. How these tools work? You see that it's some title on the top. It's not title, it's actually a prompt that is given to this music sound generation program, that you ask for this program, please write some audio with pigeons with some rustling. So, and its tool produces your sound that you wish. It's not the opposite. It's not the title, it's prompt. And you see these prompts you saw already before, and you, with ChatGPT examples where I asked some questions. And here is the same thing. You can produce any sound you want. The next thing for sound synthesis is singing voice synthesis. It's quite challenging topic because synthesizing spoken text is easy, but synthesizing text together with correct intonation and notes and stylistic performance, it's quite a hard thing. So the best I found, what is currently, it's in Japanese language, unfortunately, but you may try to get what is the meaning. The task is so that you're given text and you're given note pitches and it produces music. It could be quite okay, but if you put such voice inside, together with inside musical piece with other instruments, it could be quite usable. Yeah, there are also commercial tools with that, and these examples were not processed and not mixed in any way. It's raw output from the software, and this audio is generated as it is and shown here. The next task is like the most challenging one, when we have some prompt, as it here, and we have to get our audio signal for what is asked. For example, we want to get pop dance track with catchy melodies, tropical percussion, and so on. So there are tools, for example, Music Gains, that is the latest one. It's from Facebook Research, and it's it appeared this year. Yeah, you see, you get what you asked for. Yeah. Let's try something else. For example, you are orchestral composers. You want a grand orchestral arrangement. So let's try to pause this at first. Yeah, yeah, you get some sound. It's pretty what you asked for. You do not get the notes, but you get the audio track as it is. Imagine if it could be movie music or something like that in the background. The third example. Yeah, these tools are not yet perfect, but they're improving very quickly. They are doing what you asked for, and the quality is increasing incredibly. We saw that with image generation. A few years ago, it was very ugly images, but now you saw that, yeah, we can use these images, and the same will happen with music. Another task is melody-guided music generation, where you can try to change existing audio pieces. For example, you have recorded only melody of this piece, and you want to give some new arrangement, but you don't have notes. You have only audio recording. For example, you have this piece. You probably recognize it. And see how it sounds with rock electric guitars and heavy drums. If you want 80s driving pop song with heavy drums, the same piece. Or you want energetic hip-hop music piece. So you see, there are a lot of possibilities, and there's still coming more and more possibilities for you, what you can do. And after a while, you only have to wish something, and it will come true. Probably, I don't know. Other topics that can be related to music generation is video generation. If you want to generate not only music, but movie, for example, you can ask mountain range video from drone, and it's produced pretty good. But video generation is still lacking quality. It has appeared only like 1 or 2 years ago. This is the first software that I have seen that has reasonable quality, but probably not yet usable. And you can also give not only a prompt, but you can also give images or also other multimedia content as a prompt. For example, here you have only not a man, but you have also his picture, and then artificial intelligence creates movie that has particular person acting in it. So possibilities are quite diverse. So that was my part of what can be done, but there are many other aspects that are related to that. One of big things is what about copyright? Now it's huge amount of generated content. Can it be copyrighted, whom it belongs to, and how to deal with that? It's a very unsettled question. It's still courts are happening in the United States, in other parts of the world. But this year we got some evidence from United States Copyright Office, and their current opinion is that work created by artificial intelligence without any human input cannot be copyrighted. So that AI-generated content is free and everyone is free to use it. But there are some tricky details, and still discussion is going on. For example, if you give some very creative prompt to ChatGPT or image generator, and you get an image out of it, is it still creative work or not? Current opinion is that it is that you give prompt, it's not enough. Still, this image or music or whatever is not copyrighted. But there are ways, if you modify this content, modify it in creative ways, then this work can be copyrighted up to that extent that is human edited. For example, you use spell checker on your document, and spell checker is based on AI. It may transform your document quite significantly, but it's still your document, it's your creative work that can be copyrighted. Another aspect is the opposite. There is need for huge amount of information to train artificial intelligence agents. Where to get this information? Currently it is crawled from the web. It's collected all the images, all the text that appear everywhere, and a large portion of it is copyrighted. So is it allowed to use such copyrighted content for training artificial intelligence? And it's not easy to detect if some particular piece is used for training or not. It's not detectable because this output is actually not related to the inputs that was used for training. And so there are several cases that are currently filed in the United States that artists try to get some money from big companies for their contents that have been probably used in creating, for example, ChatGPT or image generation tools. Current opinion is that fair use may apply. That means that we can create artwork based on another artwork, modify it, if it's modified enough, then the new work is not related to the previous one, and it can be copyrighted as a new work. And artificial intelligence in this sense of training can be considered this fair use. But yeah, we'll see how it go on, and I think in next 2 years we will get the answer about that. So the next question is, do we have to care about artificial intelligence? Maybe we can just produce our own music and don't care. But probably it's not the answer if we look about market conditions and how it might develop. Currently, generative AI, including all the contents, these businesses are worth 13 billion. It's quite a lot. And with growth rate about 27%, which is also quite a lot. And we cannot neglect that. And we see that projections are like in 10 years it will become over 100 billion. So very huge amounts of money will be generated through this generative AI. Large portion of that is ChatGPT and similar tools, but we'll see that also it applies to music. And for music market, it's currently valued at 200 million, with roughly the same growth rate, 28%. And we'll see that in the short term, it will be much more, and AI will be everywhere, and we cannot live with that, and we cannot just neglect it. So we have to be prepared. And one question is what we can do, and the other question is how we can exploit it. And one nice example is my friends here from Latvia are building children's books with artificial intelligence. They're personalized children's books. For example, they ask for each from the person, what should be this book about? What are the main characters? Give a picture of the main hero, and then they generate story with ChatGPT. Then they generate images that are related to that story, containing this person's face in stylistic way, that fits well with the story, and yeah, and you see that how it looks like. It's new kind of content, and it sells these books. They make in one piece each book and sell to this particular person, and not so expensive. And such business could not be possible without AI. Human workers would be much more expensive, so such business could not exist. So what we can expect from artificial intelligence? At first, it will produce unlimited amount of almost free content that can be personalized. You know that big companies are collecting your personal data. They know what music you like, and they can generate your kind of music as much as you want. On-demand music, now you have party, you want to dance, you just click a button and here's your free content all the night. So, nice possibilities. What can be main applications? I think it could be background music. We just can listen radio stations. We listen to music in public places, buildings, shops, everywhere. And we actually do not pay so much attention to this music. It just has to be in appropriate style. We do not care if some note is wrong or something, some jerky rhythm or something. Also to movies, background music, that is related to the content of the music. And of course, there can be new kinds of multimedia experiences combining video, sound, music, and lights, and much more that could be possible with artificial intelligence. So what role will be left to humans if everything is AI? Not everything. We humans have personality. We care about who wrote this piece. If it's just nice piece of music, okay, as background piece is okay, but if we go to the concert, we want to know what is composer of this piece, what is performer, we want to know what is his or her personality, how do they live, what are pieces that is performed previously, and so on. So emphasis on personality. And also we want this personal connection, interaction. We do not want to go to concert when only music is heard. We want to see people there and interact with them. So what can we do to be prepared for this new AI era? At first, we have to use and adopt AI tools because you increase your productivity this way. If you can use ChatGPT to produce lyrics in seconds, other writers that take weeks, days or weeks, they will be out of business. You have to be creative using these new possibilities that drive enhanced performances in different ways using AI tools. And there's new skills that I mentioned already, prompt engineering. You will need to write correct prompts to express what are you willing to achieve. And you have to have some experience with that, how to do it in correct way. And there's one more thing that's not mentioned here, but that is very distinctive to humans. We want to listen to the music. Artificial intelligence, I don't think so that will ever want to listen to music. It's very much human. We have desire for music, and desire for music has brought us here today, and that's the reason why music ever exists. So, with desire for music, thank you very much.
Thank you for your inspiring presentation. Questions, please raise your hands.
Thank you for this wonderful presentation. I just want to ask, I mean, you went into it a little bit, but just how fast are we going into this new era of computer, artificial intelligence, creative music? Like, how fast do you think that will kind of get into like films, and are we already doing a lot of that?
It will be very fast. As you saw, these charts of market growth, like 30% per year, it will be increase of usage of these tools. And when I look from scientific side, the quality of output increases very, very quickly. Like in 2 or 3 years, I think will get very good quality music out of these tools. And about images and text, we already get very usable quality. So I think 2, 3, 4 years, from technical side, from the side of how industry adopt it, and at which point people will start using it, it may be a little bit slower. There's like 30% per year increase.
And do you think that we will develop technology to detect if it's artificially generated? Because we know that universities are trying to do this. Well, I have kids in further education, and you know, there's this constant, all of them use ChatGPT and these things to generate text for their works, and then there's this huge issue: is it artificially generated or not? And it doesn't matter.
It's impossible to detect that. There were attempts to detect. They worked at a certain point, but as these tools get better and better, now many of these tools are just dropped. They do not produce enough accuracy. When we try to do better tools, they again fail, and you cannot compete with that, and you cannot even detect that.
Thank you. More questions?
Hi, I'll try. Does the quality of the output depend on the quality of the prompt engineering? And is there a danger that the quality might slow down or even decrease if if people who are using it, they're doing all sorts of weird stuff and then it's just a mess, or the quality going up is inevitable? Like, what's the progress of the curve?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the quality of output definitely depends on the prompt you give. Some time ago, for this image generation systems, the Stable Diffusion that is currently free and most used one is some time ago you have to write very specific prompt to get good quality image. But recently they released newer models that you can write more easily understandable prompt and still get very nice looking pictures out of that. So it's from the both sides. Yes, you need knowledge how to write these prompts. On the other side, these technologies are improving so that you can get away with some ordinary prompts also.
Thank you. More questions, please.
Yeah, and some notes that probably you noticed that most of the images in my presentation were artificially generated by Stable Diffusion. The first image on the first slide and on the last also, and so on.
Do you think with the development of this kind of technology and that will somehow affect the skill level of people overall in populations?
Excuse me, about school population?
So, you know, if this kind of technology can create things for us and do things for us that we don't then need to train ourselves in, for example, writing books or making music, how do you think that would affect society overall? Or do you think different skills would develop out of that? Skills, talents.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it would be similar that other skills that we are currently having. For example, math skills or skills of writing or writing with hands and so on. I think these skills need to be developed at some point at school or at university. But when we know them, we can use tools to do the same but faster. For example, here with these texts produced by ChatGPT, you can use them, but you have to be sure what is the output. You have to be able to check the output. So if you are giving this piece away somewhere, you do not want to lie with this piece. You want to be sure that it's correct. So I think you need to know these skills, but then you can use tools to be more productive.
Thank you. And maybe last 1.5 questions before we start to finish. Well, this can definitely continue afterwards anyway. So, thank you greatly for your presentation.